Introducing your Pittsburgh Penguins Elite.
CCM, number 1, St. Killian Parish School. Squishy says no, 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 no. Ends of Victor's, number 2, St. Charles. Number 5, Cartoon Valley, the Corner Boys. Grayson Berry, number 14, City High School District. Running Boy, 22, Major Boy on Ryan Schweitzer, number 23, Boone Elementary School. Bang! Finn Bowen, number 26, Eden Hall. And I got wins. Austin Cleveland, 34, Brady Dixon, 36, Elementary School, Ryan McCoy. I'm Sammy First, number 48, and I go to Middle School. Lucas Zachary, number 83, Norris Area Centennial School, and shoot balls from the blue line. Danny Foster, 88, Mercer Elementary School. This is my house. Nathan Goldberg, 97, Level Green Elementary School. And I hit lasers.
Introducing your Pittsburgh Penguins Elite.
Squishy Evans, number 1, St. Killian Parish School. Squishy says no, 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 no. Ends of Vickers, number 2, St. Charles. From the number 5, Chartiers Valley. Let's win it, boys. Grayson Berry, number 14. I go to Elwood City Area School District. Lennon Bloom, 22, Nature Boy Elementary. Ooh! Ryan Schweitzer, number 23, Hayden Elementary School. Bang!
Finn Bowen, number 26, and I go to Eden Hall Upper Elementary. And I got hands.
Austin Kumnick, number 34, Hayden Elementary.
Brady Dixon, 36, in Gamar Elementary School, laying the boom.
I'm Sammy Brushett, number 48, and I go to Hayne Middle School.
Ryan Moore, number 61, Hayne Middle School.
Lucas Zachary, number 83, Mars Area Centennial School, and I shoot bombs from the blue line.
Danny Foster, 88, Mercer Elementary School. This is my house.
Nathan Goldberg, 97, Level Green Elementary School. And I hit lasers.
All right. Good afternoon, Sorley Nation. And welcome to the heart of South Bend, Indiana. We're at the ice box that is properly named. If you were here right now, you would see the breath coming out of my mouth as I speak. It is a frigid barn here in downtown South Bend. It's the one game of the Notre Dame Shootout that the Pens will not be playing in the beautiful and friendly confines of the Compton Family Ice Arena. We are coming to you with second game action. This time it'll be the St. Louis Knights and your Pittsburgh Penguins Elite. Starting lineups for the Pens: in net number 48, Sammy Burchett. It'll be 36, Brady Dixon, and number 5, Dino Foligno, the defense pair. Up front for the Penguins, 97, Vegas Golden 8, number 2, Enzo Vickers, and 43, George Luarchuk. The Knights trip into the Penguin zone over the blue line a little bit there. That happens, folks. A shot from the outside is fought off by Burchett, knocking the net off a bit. The net is dislodged in the Penguins' end. I don't believe the official sees it. As it's kept in at the blue line, it's Knights with the puck. The Penguins' net is off its line. This could be a problem here, folks. It'll be Bloom getting to it. He'll go off the boards, and they'll carry it out. And here we have a puck that ends up in behind. I have no idea how it happened. It looks like it's Schweitzer to Bloom. I'm going to bring it to you on the replay. I was watching the bench explain to the referee that the net was off. Schweitzer to Bloom coming out in front and a little tapperoo for Landon Bloom, and the Penguins take a 1-0 lead here. In the first period of play, a feed from Schweitzer to Bloom. I was too worried that the bench was alerting the official that the net was off. And at one point in time, literally the official was just like, I don't care. And kept skating. So, I don't know. I think this bar's in the way a little bit. Let's see if we can get the... Getting the camera angle fixed, and a shot comes in on Burchett. Rebound bouncing around, cleared by the Penguins. It'll be Luarchuk trying to hit Baru, but the Knights will keep it in at the blue line. Cutting off the wall, looking for a cross-ice pass. That'll be defended well by the Penguins. Luarchuk with the puck. The net's back off again in the Penguin zone. Are the pegs not in? The Knights will work in the corner, knocking Baru down. Centering pass comes out front. Wave that shot, and it'll be covered by Burchett. So we've got 11:55 to play here. First period, Penguins leading 1-0. We got Wi-Fi here, so it looks like we got a good stream going for you folks. Hopefully you're enjoying this one sitting on your couch at home on a Friday afternoon, enjoying some Pens Elite hockey. It's the Penguins driving to the Knights' end of the corner. Left there for a wraparound. And back comes St. Louis through center, pressured on the back pressure by Bowen. It'll be Dixon stopping up the advance at the blue line. And the Knights are able to dump it in behind Dixon. Picked up by Zachy, rimmed around looking for Lohr. Puck battled for, fended off well. And a battle along the half wall here. It's the St. Louis Knights and your Pens Elite. St. Louis in black. Black jerseys with the Knight logo on the front. Black pants, black socks, red and white striping, and black helmets. Your Penguins in the reverse retro whites. With Pittsburgh going from the right shoulder to the left hip. Black pants, white socks, black and gold striping, and the iconic gold Pens Elite helmets. Penguins with a bit of pressure that's counterattacked through the neutral zone come the Knights. A shot blocked by Zachy. A centering feed goes all the way through the crease of Burchett. Turned back the other way by Bowen. It'll be cut in at the blue line by the Knights as they dump it into the corner. Pressure from Vickers will free the puck up. He'll tap it in behind, looking for Foster. Foster will wedge it further as it's off the skate of a Knight. Looking for Lohr, but he's unable to get control. Knights come back in, and a shot in on Burchett that's gloved and held. A dandy of a stop there by the Penguin netminder. Face off to the left of the Penguin cage. Won by the Penguins, attacked immediately by the Knights. Back to the St. Louis blue line. Penguins unable to clear the zone. Baru will try a second time, looking for Goldberg. It goes past him, but he'll be the first one to the puck as he streaks into the offensive zone. Pulling up, shooting one heavily. It's off the goaltender. It's tapped by, but it will be after the whistle. Baru was able to tap it by, but the referee saw the puck, or was unable to see the puck, and therefore blew the whistle. It'll be Goldberg winning the draw back to Kumnik. Kumnik shot deflected by Baru. Rebounds there. And it'll be Enzo Vickers. Oh, baby, biscuits and gravy, Vickers. Able to tap in the rebound. A shot came in from Kumnik at the point. That was a great play. I didn't even get it on replay, folks. I'm sorry. My apologies there. You can go back and grab it. Offensive zone face-off win by Goldberg. He was able to tap it back to Kumnik. Kumnik shot from outside. Gets in on net. Rebound by Baru. Stopped. But the second rebound sitting there for Vickers to give it a tap-Baru. And the Penguins are up by 2. A centering feed by Goldberg doesn't get through to Baru, but he'll find it in the opposite corner. Tries to go off the boards behind. It's swiped away, and back come the Knights. Off of a player at the blue line. It'll be picked up in the Penguins' end by Foligno. Knights applying a forecheck pressures. Foligno rims it around for Baru. He can't get control. It's tapped right back out in front where it comes in on Burchett, and it's turned aside by the pad. Baru working hard along the wall. Now it'll be Foster. Foster lofts it up and over everybody's head. It's icing if it's far enough, and it will be. So we'll come back to the Penguin end with just under 9 minutes to play in the first period. Puck controlled in the zone by St. Louis. A play at the point to step around the Penguins forward and get the shot in. It's off the side of the cage. This one kicked aside by Burchett again. Whacked at by Dixon for the point man Schweitzer, who pokes it by the defense, and he's into the offensive zone. Feathering one back, finding Landon Bloom. who makes no doubt about it. Ryan Schweitzer with a play at the blue line to tap it by. Streaking up the left side, feathers a pass to the middle to the center iceman Landon Bloom, who fires one by off the post and in. That's a spicy meatball. Timeout for the Blues, and we apparently have no screen. So let's plug everything back in. I may have nudged the table here, so let me work on this. Timeout couldn't have come at a better time. There we are. Our picture's back, folks. My apologies for that one. I bumped a cord. So timeout for St. Louis after going down 3 goals early here in this one. And one of the 6 coaches and a penalty box guy on the St. Louis bench. This might be the highest payroll in youth hockey, folks. As we set things up here, and it's spun behind the Penguins' cage. The Knights right in after it. Can they get some life here after the timeout? The Penguins looking to continue the early onslaught as Ryan Lohr carries it up through center, tries to cut into the middle, knocked down on the play. Followed on by Bloom and Schweitzer. It's at the feet of Schweitzer as it comes out the center. He'll go with a nice D-to-D pass there to Dixon, who hits Lohr coming out of the zone. Tap back for Foligno as the Penguins move the puck around deftly. Schweitzer pressures, frees it up, finds Bloom. Bloom up the left, firing a backhander in front. It's cleared just wide of the post by a St. Louis defender. Following on Schweitzer. He'll get the puck and we get a whistle. I don't know. Looks like Lohr is headed to the box. So the Penguins will have a penalty kill here. I'm not sure of the call. Slashing, apparently. Slashing the call on Lohr. He got bumped and he must have swung his stick. So the Penguins on the PK. It'll be Vickers, Zachi, Luarchuk, and Foster as a centering pass by St. Louis eludes every stick back out the center. It'll be set back up there, and they'll gain the zone. Firing one in. It's blocked by Zachi. Picked up by the Knights defense as they'll drive into the corner. Battle there. It'll be Vickers and Foster. Foster, like a man among boys, comes away with it. His clearing attempt is cut off at the blue line and sent right back in behind. This time it'll be Zachi. Zachi wins the battle. Taps it up the wall for Luarchuk. Can he get it out? He will. And he'll pop free. Firing one cross ice for Vickers, who will get there and toss it into the Knights zone, but not very deep. So it's sent right back on to the Penguins zone to be touched up and carried behind the net by Kubnik. Kubnik off the stick of Luarchuk, who then changes, a dangerous change there as a shot comes flying in on the blocker side. It's sent aside by Brachette, and a rebound shot sent high and wide of the cage. More pressure coming here, and it looks like another penalty coming on the Penguins as the Knights are possessing here. Pens will get control, but we're going to get a trip. And according to Colby Armstrong, 98.4% of penalties at this age are tripping calls. And this one's going to go on Austin Kubnik. 12 seconds left on the Lohr penalty. So the Pens, in a 5-on-3 situation here, need to try to win this draw and clear the zone. If they can win and clear, they might be able to get rid of one of the penalties. It'll be a win for the Knights, though. So they'll set up 5-on-3. Schweitzer gets there, tries to clear, it's cut off. 3, 2, 1, shot high over the cage. It's 5-on-4 now. So the Knights continue a power play, but it's a standard 5-on-4. The Penguins rim it around, getting it out and over the line, where Bloom with the pressure was unable to dislodge the puck, and back in come the Knights. Carrying across the zone, winding, firing, Brachette turns it aside with a great kick save. This one in front, pushed aside by Burchett as well. It'll be Schweitzer in his own end, turning with it. And he's able to shove it out past the blue line to kill off some time here as we wind inside at 35 seconds left on the Knights' second power play. This shot into the gullet of the Penguin goaltender, who grasps it and holds on for a whistle. Feverish action here from the ice box in South Bend, Indiana. The Notre Dame CCM Shootout. 3-0 Penguins lead in the first period, 5:11 to play. The Penguins with 28 seconds left on a penalty kill. Back-to-back penalties that overlapped for about 16 seconds. Goldberg on the face-off, able to get it up to Baru, but not out. That's sent right back in front where it's turned aside by the defense of Foster to Foligno. Up the wall for Baru, and he'll be in a battle. Knocked to the ice as the Knights come off the wall, coming in and shooting one off the pad of Burchett, and it'll act as a breakout all the way out to center ice. Very, very hard ice here, as it is about minus 35 inside the rink. Around the Penguins defender, a backdoor feed does not connect. Power play over for the Knights, but they're still in there with action as they feed another backdoor pass that doesn't connect. The Knights with heavy pressure here late in the third. Penguins got a 3-0 lead. The Knights took a timeout, and since then the Penguins have taken 2 penalties, and the Knights have been buried in the Penguin zone. But the Pens are surviving, getting great goaltending from 48, Sammy Burchett. It'll be another D-zone draw. This one to the left of the Penguins' net for Vickers. Won by the Knights, right back to the point. Pressured immediately by the Penguins. The shot comes in. It's off the skate of Zachi to the corner. Back to the point it goes again. A D-to-D play. Eludes the stick of Bowen. Tips off the defender to be picked up on the half wall for a centering pass. Moving the puck very well is this Knights team, who fires one, and there's Burchett again. Sammy Burchett with a big stop in front. Let's give you that one on replay, folks. We'll have another face-off in the Penguins' end. Picked up by the Pens and cleared. It'll be Luarchuk looking cross-ice to Baru. That's picked off and brought right back in, where a collision at the blue line sends 2 players crashing to the ice. The puck carrier jumping high into the head of the Penguins defenseman. And Zachi is down and injured. Let's hope he's okay. That's a shot up to the head. And they will get a penalty call. It's not often you see a call on the puck carrier, but if you look at that replay, you can see him launch up high. Lucas Zachi slow to get up as he's attended to by Coach Trevor Nelson. He'll get over to the bench. Let's hope he's okay and can continue. I don't know if that was in. Yeah, I know. So the Pens will head to the Sir Pizza power play, or the Seven Fields Wealth Management power play. Sorry, an 11s game here, mixing up our wonderful sponsors. You can still head to Sir Pizza if you so choose. There's a lot of these games are broadcast live at Sir Pizza, and we certainly appreciate their support. It'll be Kubnik in his own end as the Penguins look to get rolling on the power play. His pass past Luarchuk, but Luarchuk stick-to-itiveness comes away with the puck. Trying to center a feed for Baru. Spinning one back on net is Grayson Baru. That shot kicked aside. Luarchuk in front. Now he'll trip up a player, and we're going to even things up here. Luarchuk will head to the box for a tripping as they got the feet, the stick in the feet. Got caught with the hand in the cookie jar there, Mr. Luarchuk, and it'll be 4-on-4 action for 1 minute and 4 seconds here. 3:21 to play, first period. It'll be Bloom on the faceoff, winning it over to Kumnick. He's able to drive it all the way out of the zone. No icing here, as it'll be chased down by Bowen, and two kids crash heavily into the wall. Both still down behind the play, and we'll get a whistle. Two kids go crashing heavily to the wall. The St. Louis Knight is up. And Finn Bowen is up as well. And the face-off looks like they're going to put it at center ice. Kind of odd benches here. It looks like there's literally a post right by the door that the kids are going in and out of on both benches. Well, no, actually, just on the Penguins bench. The other one looks like they can fit 2 or 3 kids there. But the Penguins bench is literally one kid, or the door, then one kid, then a post, then the rest of the offensive unit. As it's tossed in behind Burchett to be picked up by Bloom. 4-on-4 action here. Kumnick off the boards, looking for Bloom. He'll chip it out to center ice. 24 seconds left of 4-on-4 before an abbreviated Knights power play. A nice breakout feed brings the Knights into the Penguins' end. Carrying to the outside, moving to the inside, weaving through. A backdoor feed and a beauty on a great play there as he weaved around a Penguins defenseman, hit a teammate on the backside. And a 4-on-4 goal makes it 3-1. And the Knights get on the board. An excellent pass there. Ten seconds left of 4-on-4 before a 26-second power play for the Knights. They've made it a 2-goal game. Banking it off the boards, picking it up on the other side, feeding one in front, the one-timer Fandon. The Knights are on the power play now as it's weaved through its center. Cutting to the inside, spinning around, centering pass off the stick of Burchett. And the net comes off the moorings. So the Penguins saved there with the net coming off. 14 seconds left on the Lewarchuk tripping call, as it'll be Dixon getting to it and rimming things around to the blue line. Sent cross ice with a feed. Shot blocked by Foligno. Great stick on puck action there and cleared out the center. Power play over for the Knights. Lewarchuk back on the ice, and the Penguins in with a forecheck. It'll be off the stick of a St. Louis forward at the blue line, but carrying all the way to the corner of the Penguins' end. St. Louis has had the territorial advantage, I feel like, in this one, but the Penguins have the 3-1 lead. 1:30 to play here in the first period as Goldberg comes up through center and taps it in behind. Picked up and banked off the boards. It'll be a breakout attempt, cut off by Dixon as the puck is shot finally up the ice. It's Foligno there to gather it at the blue line under immediate pressure as 3 Knights stream up ice. Foligno does a great job protecting the puck, able to get it towards Lewarchuk, but no further than the blue line, and a cross ice feed there, sent wide, screening wide of the Penguins' cage. Back to the blue line, pass to the wing. Great puck movement again by the Knights as a shot skips up over the cage. They'll pick it up in the corner. 2 Penguins chase after it. It'll be gathered in by Dixon after a shot and cleared. Goldberg at the blue line can't get control, but Vickers will. He can't clear. It'll be the Knights weaving in, shooting one between the legs of Dixon. Battling in, it's covered. It is not covered. It is tapped past Burchett on the rebound. As the Penguins were unable to find the rebound, it'll be put by the Penguin goaltender, and we've got a high-scoring first period here. It's 3-2 now. Referee consistent there, was saying he could still see the puck. So the Penguins will deploy Bloom, Lohr, and Schweitzer with Foster and Kumnick on the back end. Worked off the skate of a Knight. It'll be battled for at center where Bloom will pick it up. Oh, he has it swiped away from him. The same kid fell again. I wonder if he might have an edge off as Lohr will pick the puck up. He's up the right wing side into the Knight zone, trying to cut into the middle. Turn back the other way, but no further than Bloom with the pressure. Bloom and Schweitzer switch. He'll leave it for Schweitzer. Schweitzer spinning it towards the front. Waving at it as Lohr, and back out come the Knights. It's a potential one-on-one here as Foster's back. Weaving to the outside and firing one high over the cage as time expires. We will head to the first intermission. All right, welcome back for second period action here from the ice box in South Bend. It's 3-2. The Penguins with 3 quick ones, and the St. Louis Knights counterattacking. They were able to counter and add some goals of their own. Hopefully you saw the pregame show, which included the introductions from your Pens Elite, as well as some fun things there as the Knights will take the second period faceoff, and they're going to head back to a power play here. Another slash called. So this will be Lohr headed off. Lohr to the box, and the Penguins to the penalty kill. Penguins penalty killers will be Vickers and Goldberg, Dixon and Foligno, and of course the masked man, Sammy Burchett, in the net. The Penguins will ice the puck 9 seconds in here, as St. Louis will try to tie the game up on the power play. Face off for Vickers. It's banked up, the board's not out. Goldberg unable to clear, a cross ice feed cut off by Foster. Goldberg is hanging out at center ice a little bit. We're on a penalty kill here. Nate, get in the play. It'll be waved at by Kumnick, a centering pass off Vickers, gathered in by St. Louis. A feed to the point man. Pressured there by Goldberg as it comes to Kumnick. Dancing around behind of the Knights, a centering pass. That one defended well by Foster. Then he'll clear it out to center ice and wind some time off the penalty here. As Goldberg up there on the forecheck nicely. He's able to disrupt the initial break-in. The Knights will try a second time. They come free, sending one up over the net of Burchett. Wrapped around behind for Vickers. Vickers off the boards. Is able to get it to the blue line, but not out. Oh, a Knight player with his stick stuck in the boards. It'll be controlled, still on the power play. Centering feed, comes free, firing it. There's a blocker saved by Burchett. Cleared by Kumnik all the way down. It's icing. But they'll take it as we have 4 seconds left on the lower penalty here in the second period. Penguins under a bit of siege since the midway part of the first. Kumnik to take it. Put in front. Foligno off the skate of Luarchuk out the center, penalty over. And Laurel joined the play here. He'll get to the puck and tap it to the red line. Block the break-in attempt, so the Knights will try a second time, kicking it into the Penguin end. It'll be Baru sending it right back to the red line as we play you take it, no, you take it, no, you take it, no, you take it. As Laurel finally say, I'll take it, and he feeds Luarchuk for a centering pass. That pass cut off well by the defense. Brought onto the blue line. Tapped across ice. It'll be a potential breakaway here. And a backdoor feed that's sent just wide of the cage. Dixon there to clear it up to Luarchuk, who finds center red. I am impressed with the backdoor passing of this St. Louis team. They are just continuing to try to tap pucks in on the backside. It is fun to watch. The Knights carry it up the center. Taking a fall there, Schweitzer, as it'll be the Knights gaining the Penguins line to be defended by Foligno. Foligno to the corner, a nice twist and shake move. Another centering pass, and sliding across with a pad stack is Sammy Burchett. Penguins able to clear the zone, but not too much further than center ice. It's like they're playing touch-up here. A shot sent skipping wide of the Penguins' net. It'll be Dixon in the corner. A feed to the half wall cut off. A centering pass cut off by Schweitzer. Foligno can't get control. It'll be Bloom chasing the puck as they carry around in circles, and we're going to get another penalty. This time it'll be a trip. So the Pens will head back to the penalty kill. 11:38 to play here in the second period. Penguins still with a 3-2 lead. It'll be Schweitzer and Bowen with Foster and Zachi. I'm sorry, it'll be Vickers and Baru. Penguins making a last moment adjustment here. Vickers on the faceoff, wins it all the way through to Baru. He'll get to it on the half wall, firing it up and out to center ice off of a stick a whole way into the St. Louis zone. They'll look to regroup and set things up there. Carrying all the way up into the Penguin zone, pressured from behind by Baru. It'll be gathered by the Knights to the blue line for a shot that's high up off of Burchett and dropping into the mitt for a hold. And a defensive zone draw here for the Penguins. 14 of you out there at Swirly Nation. Make sure you subscribe below. Make sure you subscribe below. Cinnamon Swirl TV, the premier provider of youth sports action. A shot from the point off of a block in on Burchett. He was able to kick it aside. That shot from the point catches iron on the crossbar behind. Zachi to battle along the wall. He gets it towards Vickers, not the whole way there as it's turned back by the Knights. They'll set up behind. Looking. A feed trying to get to the point man. Goes off the skate of Baru, pressured by the Penguins, where it's tapped all the way across the ice for Vickers. Vickers now with the forecheck pressure. Puck cut off at center by Foster, tossed back into the Knights' end as the penalty is down to inside of 30 seconds. It'll be Foster, heavy off the boards, finding the twig of Luarchuk, who tries to cut to the middle. He's defended off well, and the Knights will gain possession behind their own net. Off of Goldberg, freed up for Zachi. He'll clear it right out over the line before it's brought back in on an offside play. 11 seconds remaining on the penalty. 10:18 to go here in the second period. Knights win the draw. They're into the Penguins' end. Weaving in front, and that one skips right through Lewarchuk. Dumped back in behind. Penalty expires on the Pens. They're back to even strength. Now let's stay there for a while. The last one didn't last too long. It'll be the man released from the sin bin, Bloom, to pick up the puck. He'll stream all the way up the left, cutting to the inside, shooting one. It's off the pad. He's got it behind the net where he looks to set things up. From Gretzky's office comes Landon Bloom, who's centering pass to Lewarchuk's cut off, but Goldberg will tap it right back into the corner. Twisting and turning with it, a Knight defender. Runs right into the Goldberg, who turns it back towards the middle. It'll be supported well by St. Louis as they carry it out the center for Kumnik to send back in on what will be an offside play. Bloom was changing, and these benches with everything on that side, the scores box, the penalty boxes, they actually change inside their own zone for the offensive, or inside the offensive zone for the offensive players, and we were a step off sides there. It'll be Lohr waving it into the Knights zone for Bowen. Bowen able to chip it in towards the cage. Watched by the watchful eye of the Knight goaltender, who sees it go beside his cage, where the Knights will set things up and break out. A nice centering feed that's defended by Dixon and sent back to the blue line for Lohr. Lohr's got Bowen. Bowen unable to get it through to him, but he'll follow on with the puck and cut into the left. An onside play as he'll tap it further into the Knight end. St. Louis gets control. They'll carry behind. Bumped there. Knocked down on the play was Vickers. Bowen to the corner. Now Vickers behind. Vickers trying to work his way around. He'll get it to Bowen. Bowen just went down on the play. Looked like he maybe stepped on something weird. And back come the Knights into the offensive zone where they're cut off by Dixon. Dixon to Bowen. Bowen has a bounce off of his stick, but out the center where it's picked up by Vickers. He'll carry into the Knights zone. Weaves to the middle. He's defended off well. Back come the Knights. It's a 4-on-2 as they'll dump it in instead. Icing the call. And with 8:16 to play in the second period, we'll have an offensive zone draw for the Penguins. You're joining us here on Cinnamon Swirl TV. Remember to find us also citytv.com, citytv.com. Subscribe to the channel below. A nice exit, zone exit, frees up a player for a shot that skips high and over the net of Sammy Burchett. Puck dislodged out to the point. Shot comes in, blocked by Foster. Cleared to the half wall. Baru pressuring there, able to work it along for Foster. Foster will rim the entire length of the dasher board to clear the zone. And the Knights will look to turn things back to the Penguin line. A poke check coming out by Goldberg. Goldberg battling along the wall. He'll work it back to Foster. Foster will shoot one off a defenseman to the offensive corner where it'll be Lewarchuk on the forecheck. Now Baru. Now Bloom. Bloom gets control, comes around. He's got the net open, it kicks in, and it's in the net. Pull those hats off your head, ladies and gentlemen. The HT for 2-2. Landon Bloom with his third of the game on the wrap around. And the Penguins extend their lead to 4-2. Landon Bloom having a day. Penguins win the draw, popping free, a defenseman falls down. It'll be Schweitzer following on, going to the backhand, and he's shut down on the blocker side. Another top-notch scoring play for the Pens. They've been coming in bunches, and right back come the Knights, weaving through, feeding it across. It's tapped just wide. It'll be Dixon winning this battle, trying for Bowen. It'll be cut off and sent back to the corner of the Penguin zone where Dixon will get it again. He'll go heavy off the boards to himself and carrying things out the center. He creates a 2-on-1 here as he drives into the backhand, cuts to the forehand, taps a backhander up. It's stopped. Feed back to the point to his partner, Foligno, who drives in. They'll free it up. Out the center come the Knights, who tip it past Bloom, covering for the defense. Now Bowen in there. Another backdoor feed sent screaming wide to the Penguins net. And back out the center. 6:10 to play here. 4-2 Pens lead in the second period. The Knights will scream right back into the Penguin zone. Sending one while diving through to the ice. Just wide of the cage. It's tapped up and all the way down the ice for an icing play. For an icing call. What back and forth excitement here. The Penguins getting excellent goaltending. The Knights as well as shutting down a couple of breakaways there. It was the Knight goaltender in the red cage. I love it. It's a good, tough look. The matching black and red stick. D-zone draw for the Pens. Luarchuk battles all the way to the blue line, can't clear. Foster will try to get it to him, and he will clear. This time it's off the stick of Goldberg, who's up ice after the puck. Able to knock it all the way free in behind the Knights' net, where he'll track it the whole way to the opposite corner. Great hustle there by Vegas Golden Nate. He's still on the puck. As Vickers freed it up, Goldberg fires one just wide of the blocker side. Pass up to the blue line, kept in by Zachi. Luarchuk free now. He's got Vickers, he'll shoot instead, and he's right into the midsection for a great save. That was a 50-50 play there. Luarchuk opted for the shot. He had a lot of net to look at. On an excellent play by the Penguins to keep the puck in the zone here a number of times and create quite a few good high-end scoring chances. It'll be a defensive zone draw for the Knights. Penguins will deploy Vickers, Luarchuk, and Goldberg. The men who created all this havoc. It'll be freed up for a shot by Vickers that skips wide. The Knights come up the wing and are able to clear it out the center no further than Zachi, who lofts it forward to Goldberg. Goldberg back in the Knights zone. This line has it going right now. Luarchuk right there to steal it away. His centering pass goes just off of his skate. Cleared to the line, not out. It'll be Kubnik firing it. Rebound sitting there. Unable to tap it home. And by the way, obviously with Zachi on the ice here in the second period, he's recovered from that hit he took earlier. It's good to see that. I know he's been out there a couple times. Forgot to mention it earlier. The Knights will come up ice. It's a 2-on-2. Foster in defense. A centering pass defended by Kubnik. Kubnik able to work it all the way to the corner where it's reversed behind by the Knights. It'll be picked up in the corner by Foster. Foster wedges it up the wall to Luarchuk. His pass out the center looking for Goldberg. Intercepted by the Knights. They'll come in on an onside play. Luarchuk pressuring the puck. Swept free by Kubnik to Goldberg. Goldberg gets to it, banks it off the boards. It'll create a 1-on-1. 4 minutes left to go, and Goldberg weaves in, fires a backhander. It's off the pad. Vickers stays on it, taps it further for Goldberg. These guys are at a end of a long shift here. I know that they'll need to be working their way off. They have been phenomenal. As that one's cleared all the way down, it'll be Kubnik picking it up in his own end. Penguins get most of the guys changed. Vickers still out, Foligno fresh legs on, as is Bowen and Lohr, as they try to work that offside wing across the ice as Vickers tries to get a change. The Knights will pop it into the Penguins' end, so he can't quite get off yet. Defended off by by Foligno. Centering pass picked off nicely by Kubnik, who's made some great plays here lately in his own end. That one will be off the skate of Vickers, and the Penguins forward will get that much-needed change. It'll be Schweitzer coming on for him. Kubnik defends to the outside. It's carried around behind the net. Kubnik uses the body to protect the puck. The Knights dance behind their cage, work it to the wall. Out from the wall, a feed to the point where it'll be wound and cranked in on net. That puck knocked down by Foligno. The rebound sent in on Burchett and pushed wide. Another centering feed comes off the stick, and it'll be tapped out to center by Bowen, who boots it all the way into the Knights zone. It'll be followed on there by Schweitzer. Schweitzer with a couple nice assists so far in this one. Penguins getting a line change. Goldberg back out there as it's tapped past the Penguins forward. It'll be Kumnick defending a 2-on-1. Off the wall comes a Knight centering feed off a stick. Back checking hard. Schweitzer breaks the play up, but the Knights will possess in the Penguin zone. Mitchell for the Knights drives in from the point, dumps it to the corner. Another centering feed. That one eludes everybody to the half wall. It'll be dumped in behind where Kumnick will be there to battle. Kumnick spins out of it, able to get control. Fires it up ice. It'll be Goldberg there. He's had a good second period. Can he add to it with a goal? That missile from the top of the circles sails wide of the net. And the Knights are back up ice. Dixon there to defend at the blue line and send it back the other way. It goes off the gentleman in stripes, the referee. So the Knights are able to kick it in behind for Zachi. Zachi waves at the puck, kind of fans on it. It comes free, cleared by Dixon, picked up by Vickers, and Vickers will take off up ice. He's got Goldberg with him in a 2-on-2. Vickers cuts into the middle. It's in his feet, turning one. Puck is free. Shot by Goldberg is cut off and stopped by the pad with a great cover by the goaltender. With 1:17 to play here in the second period. It'll be a D zone or an offensive zone draw for the Pens. It's brought right back into their end. Puck comes in on Burchett, who's able to get the black pad to it and cover with the glove, earning a whistle. And with 1 minute and 2 seconds left in the period, it'll now be a defensive zone draw for the Penguins. It'll be Vickers. Face-off won by the Knights, back to the point. A tap pass doesn't connect, so it'll be Zachi getting to it. He puts it right back in front of the Pens net. That shot sent careening high and over the net. Up to the wall where Goldberg tries to exit. Now Dixon will strong on that stick, win the puck. He fires it up across the ice. He finds a streaking Grayson Baru. Cuts the forehand, a backhand, and he's stopped on the play. Dixon will stay in the play. Following on, he'll finally work his way back to the point as the Penguins battle in the corner. Baru gets his twig back. After losing it there, he'll stay with the puck all the way to the wall, and he'll take a slash. They will not call it. Penguins get away with one there. Grayson Baru whacked him in the back of the leg after getting the puck taken, but the Knights are up ice with a 4-on-2 here. Vickers able to back check into the play, turning it up the wall for Goldberg. Goldberg and Vickers come together, both falling to the ice as it's popped over to the St. Louis bench to be shot down by Baru as time expires. The Penguins will head to the bench to gather around head coach Trevor Nelson. He's flanked by assistant coaches Rob Lamborghini Ferrari, Big Al Alex Kumnick, and Grumpy Cat Brian Bloom. We'll bring you the intermission here, and we'll bring you back for third period action. happy to bring you back here, South Bend, Indiana. The Ice Box, properly named for the temperature. Inside this old arena, it's kind of unique. It's got like a brick wall to our right. And then posts coming down in the middle of benches. Penguins getting the short end of that one. The away bench literally has a post next to the door. So the Penguins players having to avoid the post as they make line changes. The Penguins do take a 4-2 lead here into the third period. Brought to you by Cinnamon Swirl TV. Make sure you are subscribers. Subscribe below. Also visit us on social media, the Twitter, the Facebook, the Instagram, and the website, citytv.com, citytv.com, www.citytv.com, as the Knights will make it a one-goal game, shooting it right in front of Burchett, picking it up and dragging it around the Penguin goaltender was the Knight forward. And we have ourselves a one-goal contest again. Penguins jumped out to a 3-0 lead in the first half of the first period. The Knights came back with a pair in the first period, and then a one-goal period for the Penguins in the second. Gave us the 4-2 game that we saw. That is now 4-3 quickly in the third. As Vegas Golden Nate gets to the puck, drives the offensive zone. He'll try to shoot. That's blocked by stick-on-puck defense. It'll be followed on by Luarchuk. Those two have had some chemistry here in this one. Luarchuk, Goldberg, Baru, and Vickers. Those combinations have spent a lot of time in this Knights zone here as it's worked back out. Luarchuk getting a stick up, maybe gets away with a hook, and Foster will battle along the wall, get control. Up for Baru. Baru in a battle along the boards. It'll be Goldberg getting to it. Goldberg taps it forward, now Foster. Foster able to come out to center. He'll go off the boards looking to get around the defenseman. He's turned back the other way. And the Penguins unable to get control at center. It'll be a 2-on-1. A feed across to the backhand side. Flipping one back in front. And I think Burchett able to get a stick on it. They'll send it to the opposite side behind the cage, twisting off, looking backside for a feed that doesn't get through. It'll be defended off well by Baru and iced by the Penguins. So early in the third, it's been heavy St. Louis Knight pressure here as the Penguins try to protect a 4-3 advantage. Bloom to the circle. Defensive zone draw to the right of the Penguin goaltender. Sammy Burchett, who's had a great day thus far. That shot comes in off the pad, kick to the side, cleared by Dixon. He'll find Bowen. Bowen taps it forward, trying for Bloom, but he'll follow on himself to get it out to center. Can't advance it any further, and back come the Knights. Across ice feed, picked up on the half wall by St. Louis and sent behind the Penguins net, where it's rimmed around and out by Dixon. It's not going to be icing. It's not going to be far enough as the Knights will get control, go D to D on a controlled break-in. What a play there. The next pass just a bit out of the reach of the streaking forward, and the Knights will set things up at center ice again. This feed to the right wing into the zone, dusting it off a bit. Pressured by the Pens, it'll be Bowen. Bowen off the boards looking for Bloom. Can't get control. So the Knights will counterattack again. Kaiser in up the right. Weaving through, sending one. It's off the stick of Burchett to Bowen. Bowen striding after the puck along the boards. Able to get it out to center. Followed on by Dixon. Taken by the Knights, but Bowen able to stick with it and cut into the Knights zone. They'll counterattack a second time. Kaiser up the wall. It'll be pressured by Baru. And he dislodges the puck for the Penguins defenseman Zachi. Zachi heavy off the wall looking for for Luarchuk. And it's turned back to the Penguin zone where a centering feed finds a wide open streaking Knight who fires it up and over the glove hand side to tie the game at 4 with just under 12 minutes to play. So a 2-on-1 connects for the Knights. They've had a bunch of those kind of backside opportunities as Zacci will fan on a pass that'll ultimately get through to Baru, and now Foster will get there. He'll go heavily off the boards trying for Lewarchuk. That's cut off by the Knights, and they're back in 3-on-2. Foster with a bit of a hit, and the Knights will shoot one to the glove hand side, and that'll beat the Penguin goaltender, and it'll give St. Louis the lead. So the Penguins giving up 3 quick ones here in the third period. And head coach Trevor Nelson will take a timeout. The rink says Lerman Arena. So this must be Lerman Arena at the Icebox. Again, a unique venue. We're kind of up on a balcony. The stands are beneath us. A concrete wall above the benches, kind of looming low on that side, where they have the banners of the local teams, including Adams Hockey Eagles, Valpo Hockey, RHS High School, the Stanley Clark Tigers Hockey, and the Penn Kingsmen. Look like Knights on that logo as well. Some Mid-Am District banners hanging for the Indiana State playoffs. So the Penguins have been kind of shell-shocked here to start the third period. Their coaching staff takes a timeout. And following the last timeout by the St. Louis team, that was when the Pens were up 3-0. So it's been 5-1 since then in favor of the Knights. Maybe the Penguins will flip that back the other direction here. Starting with an icing on St. Louis. Maybe they'll draw a little bit of a power play here. Bloom to take the faceoff. It's whacked to the corner for Schweitzer. Up the wall on the breakout, tapping it past the Penguins defenseman. Then on the back check is Bowen. Good back pressure there by the Penguin forward. He lofts it into the Knights zone. It'll be pulled around Schweitzer and sent back out to center for Kumnick to gather it in. He tries to force it up the wall. Once, twice. He's able to get it the whole way to the line of the Knights and into the Knight end where Bloom pressures. Schweitzer follows on. Bloom's pressure freed it up for Schweitzer. He loses the handle, so it'll be back to Foligno. Foligno tries to crank it into the Knights zone, and they'll counterattack up into the Penguin end. Weaving at the blue line, getting an offensive zone possession for the Knights. To the corner, a centering pass off of a skate gathered by Lewarchuk. Set up ice for Goldberg. He chaps it past, but right to the back checker. So they'll get it back to Mitchell, the Knight defenseman. He's up to the blue line, into the Penguin zone, and a shot skipping wide of the glove hand side. It'll be off Goldberg's stick, but he was beyond the red line, so it will be an icing. That icing brought to you by the Surgery Center here in South Bend, where I'll be going later to have my toes removed due to frostbite. It is freaking cold in here. Oh. Schweitzer on the faceoff, whacked behind the net by Dixon, picked up by the Knights. Stopping and starting, trying to come back out in front. Schweitzer will play it off the side of the cage and gather it in behind the Penguins' net. A battle there. Dixon, strong on the stick. There might not be a better kid in stick-on-stick battles than Brady Dixon. It'll be the Knights getting control, firing one. There's Burchett with another big save. The rebound cleared to the wall. It'll be a falling Zachi who's able to get it over to Lohr. Lohr's unable to escape the zone, so Schweitzer will try. He's able to get it out to center ice. Bowen tracking and chasing into the Penguins' end come the Knights, though. Dixon defending as they pull it and try to go short side on Burchett, catching the side of the cage where Schweitzer will pick things up. He'll find Bowen. Bowen out to Lohr, and the Penguins get a zone exit cleanly. Lohr is able to dump it all the way into the St. Louis end. The Penguins completing part of a line change behind, and the speedy, fresh legs of Baru trying to break up the play. It'll be tapped all the way across the ice for Dixon to pick up, and he'll whack it all the way out to center for the Knights to control. Lewarchuk on the ice for the Penguins as they complete that line change. Pressure by Baru, left up high, a shot blocked by Zachi. Baru will pick it up, he'll wind it up the wall, and it finds Lewarchuk. Can he get free? Up the right, cutting to the middle, weaving back to the outside, sending a backhander off of a stick on a good defensive play. It'll be all the way to the corner where Lewarchuk wanted a penalty, so he has a discussion with the official. He'll back pressure, and that back pressure forces the turnover to Goldberg, who gets it swiped away, and on come the Knights. It'll be an offside play at the Penguin blue line with 8:07 to go. Bloom to take the face-off. He wins it to himself. Before being knocked down, it's picked up by the Knights. A centering pass off of Foster. It'll be Bloom behind the net, dislodging the puck to the half wall. Picked up by the pinching Knight defenseman who was on a mission here, wrapping around behind the cage for a centering pass. That pass doesn't connect. Another centering pass is cut off by Kubnik and cleared to the blue line, where to be picked up by the Knights at center. Weaving with it in their own end and tapping it to the outside. The Knights come in onside. Into the Penguin zone, winding and firing. Kicked aside by Burchett. Picked up by Kubnik. Kubnik clears to the wall for Schweitzer. Followed on by Bloom. Bloom to the ice, and the Knights advance. Back to the point for a shot that goes off the back of a teammate. It'll be Kubnik getting to the puck, using the body to protect the advance. He'll get it for Schweitzer. It's off of his stick and tapped back in front by the Knights. Schweitzer will end up plucking it right off that kid's stick, coming out the center where he is tripped up. And the Penguins are going to head to the power play. So with 7:01 to play, we'll have a minute and a half of power play time here. The Seven Fields Wealth Management power play. Cinnamon Swirl TV. It'll be cameraman Rob Schweitzer. Smart enough to have the Under Armour gloves in the pocket. I like it. Keeping the digits warm and bringing you these beautiful pictures. Producer Jeremy Evans and the play-by-play voice, also Jeremy Evans. The Knights win the draw and take it behind their own net where they'll run a breakout up the left. Good pressure there by the Penguins. Great gap by Dino Foligno. Dislodges the puck where he'll control it behind. He rims it all the way around for Vegas Golden Nate to control. He goes heavily off the boards, looking for Vickers, flying up. It'll come free to Baru, who's whacks at it, and it goes wide of the cage, and two Penguins kind of unable to decide who was going to go after the puck there. Foligno gets control. He looks for Vickers. It's off his stick and dumped back in behind the Penguins' net with 46 seconds left on the power play. It'll be Dixon behind the cage. New penalty killers for the Knights. Goldberg sends it all the way across to Baru with speed into the zone. Weaves to the middle. Back pressure. Freed it up for a shot from Vickers that's blocked. All the way out the center where Dixon will pick it up. He's got Goldberg. He spins into the offensive zone right at the blue line and onside play. Weaves to the middle. He'll wind and crank one that goes off of a fallen Knight and careens up over the net off the glass. Goldberg keeps it in at the blue line a second time before it's being cleared all the way down for an icing. A couple good scoring chances there for the Penguins with 5:38 to play here. In period number 3, it's the Penguins 4, the Knights 5. The Penguins with 8 seconds left on the power play. Face-off won cleanly by Bloom. Shot by Zachi into the backside of the Knight forward, who's able to fire it up into the Penguin zone. And the power play will come to a close. Foster to the puck, reversing it up the wall for Lohr. He'll get it out to center ice, followed on by Bloom, picked up by Bowen. And the Knights are going to head back to the sin bin, it looks like. A hook. Hooking the call. We'll put the Pens back on a power play. They had some chances on the last one. Let's see if they can get this one to get by. Fire one by the Knights. It'll be an offensive zone draw. Zachi and Foster will be the defense pair. Vickers, Luarchuk, and Baru up front for the Pens. Face-off won by Vickers. Over to Baru, back to Zachi. Zachi finds Foster. Foster lofts a backhander that skips wide of the net. It'll be Vickers behind, trying to tap it back out in front. A diving play. Baru gets to the puck. Tries to protect it. It's swiped away, but right there's Luarchuk in support. Penguins along the wall. It'll be dug out by Luarchuk. Back to the point. Zachi again to Foster. Foster this time able to walk down Main Street. Fire one that's blocked. Luarchuk gets to the rebound. Sends it back to Zachi. He's got space to wind and fire. It skips wide of the cage. Foster will get there to keep it in. In his feet, protected, and just tapped out the center. Luarchuk and Zachi. Zachi now into the zone. He'll wind and fire, and tracking it well and holding on. Bloom to set things up. 42 seconds left on the Penguin power play. A Seven Fields Wealth Management power play. Recharge your retirement planning at Seven Fields Wealth Management. A centering feed by Schweitzer, picked off by the Knights and sent back out to center, just past the reach of Dixon. No icing here as he'll track it down to the corner. Sending it up the wall for Bowen. It gets by him to the point man, who fires one in on net that's kicked aside by Foster, and he'll start the breakout to Schweitzer. Penguins have a potential 3-on-2. Schweitzer to Bloom. Bloom to Schweitzer. Schweitzer back to Bloom, and it's just off the pad and skips wide. Cleared by the Knights. Picked up by Schweitzer. Penguins power play expires as Schweitzer fires it high to the blocker's side. And finds the back of the net off the blocker. And Grandma did not hide those cookies well enough. The top shelf snipe by Ryan Schweitzer has tied the game at 5 apiece here in the third period. Kumnik pressured immediately as the Penguins were unable to clear. Some back pressure that came immediately after a power play. I don't think the Knight had quite rejoined the play yet. So, I mean, in essence, that's a power play goal there for the Pens. It won't go on the score sheet that way. But back-to-back penalties by the Knights bite them a bit. And we have 3 minutes to play in a tie game. A shot coming in from the point, kicked aside by Burchett. It'll be Goldberg getting there for the Penguins. He digs along the boards. And the Knights come away with it, weaving to the middle, sending one skipping wide of the net. It'll be Luarchuk after it. To the corner it goes. Pressured by Foligno. Foligno now, Kumnik, and coming around there, shooting one short side, kept out. Burchett has it covered. And it's in the net. The puck is in the net behind Burchett. A jam play at the side. Getting by the pad. And giving the Knights the lead back with 2:43 to play in the third. Schweitzer will win the draw. Back to Dixon. He looked for Bowen, but it'll be an icing play. It'll come back to the Penguins' end. Cinnamon Swirl TV here. Make sure you subscribe below. Hit the subscribe button, please. The 2010's off this week, so it's all 2011 action here from South Bend. This is the only game here at the Ice Box. Tomorrow, you'll join us back at the Compton Family Ice Center on the campus of the University of Notre Dame. The Knights possessing the Penguin end. That's off the blocker of Burchett, and he's there to make the second stop. We're going to bring you that one. Some sweet buttery crumpets from Sammy Burchett. As he's able to catch and hold that one. A wonderful stop there by the Penguin goaltender to keep it a one-goal game. Foster taps it out the center for Baru. Now Goldberg able to wedge it all the way to the Knights' end. They'll pick it up there as we tick inside of 2 minutes to play in a one-goal game. Out the center come the Knights. Tapped off of a stick by Kubnik, which will force the play offside. In one of the more odd advertisements I've ever seen in a hockey rink, Zahorna Funeral Home, sponsor of the scoreboard here at the Ice Box. Okay. Penguins looking for the Knight zone. It'll be Baru. Skipping it all the way in for a forecheck by Luarchuk. He gets possession in the corner, spins it back to the middle. It avoids the stick of Baru, and back come the Knights in a 3-on-2. Great puck movement to free up a player streaking down the middle who's defended off well by Kubnik before it's carried behind the net. A fake one-way brought back the other, and another great defensive play, that one by Foster, as they'll try it again on the wraparound. Foster and Kubnik team up to stop that one, getting it out towards Luarchuk on the wall as we tick in down close to a minute. It's Knights with possession. The Penguins would like to get Burchett off if they can. Here it'll be Goldberg getting to it. He'll get out over the blue line. Can he get the whole way to the Knights zone? He can't. So the Penguins will keep the goalie in the zone, or in the net, as the Knights come back in. Cutting to the outside, shooting short side, missing the cage. It'll be Bloom getting to it. Landon Bloom spinning it off of a skate. Wedged free, but right to the Knights. Bloom with the pressure. Centering pass, fought off by Luarchuk. He'll tap it out to center. Oh, he can't get it to center. It's kept in at the blue line. Spun back to the corner of the Penguins zone. Only 30 seconds remain. The Penguins need to get the puck up into the Knights zone to get Burchett off. Bloom will get control. He goes heavy off the boards for Foster. Foster able to get it to center, but no further. The Knights turn it right back. 15 seconds left. A shot comes from the outside, wide of the cage. Into the corner go the Knights. 5. As Schweitzer gets control. Tries to get it up ice to Vickers. That's cut off. And the Knights will be victorious in what was a back and forth contest. The Penguins took a 3-0 lead. The Knights came storming back to make it 3-2. The Penguins went up 4-2 before the Knights go on a 3-goal streak at the beginning of the third period to take the lead at 5-4. The Penguins were able to come back late in the third and tie the game at 5 before the Knights get a jam play at the side of the net to put the puck past and come away with a 6-5 win, a hard-fought game by the Penguins, who showed moxie in this one, folks. Join us tomorrow, Compton Ice Arena, Notre Dame University. It's the CCM Notre Dame Shootout.